notice also with this music, if I ever post this online, I'm going to have to mute a lot of it because you got all this copyrighted music on here. What we're going to be able to use. I guess I could attribute it. Okay. So now we're rolling back where we turned off into the town square. Around a big loop. So it's interesting to see that stuff. That's the thing. That area is kind of developed. You know, that building we went to, I was calling it the old mill. Not even close to a mill. But that old building back there, as I recall, didn't have any tenants when I came here for a few years ago. And one thing we missed is there's a movie theater over there, which is, I guess, open. I don't know, they're advertising $4 shows. Probably trying to get people to come back in. And just for context, if anybody stumbles across, if I do post it, just the context of, you know, the COVID quarantines are still going on. You know, during the pandemic, it's kind of a scary time. So Iowa is one of the few states, probably one of the more liberal states in what they're allowing. I didn't realize they had movie theaters open, which is crazy to think about. That's a sporting goods store. You know, retailers I can kind of understand. Even, you know, sit down dining, even where I live, they've started allowing that again. But movie theaters, and, you know, big gatherings of people, that's a little much. But, you know, it's hard to see how movie theaters are going to survive this, because, you know, unless, you know, we find some way to completely eradicate it, I don't see how movie theaters can make a profit. I mean, you've got to, you know, even if you want to go to the movie theater, I don't want to go to the movie theater right now, you know, just be in this closed room with, you know, a bunch of other people. But movie theaters have a fairly slim profit margin, and they may just need the, you know, because right now they don't make, as I understand it, they don't really make a lot of money off of the tickets. They mostly make money off the concessions. But obviously, if nobody's coming in, nobody's buying the concessions. So, you know, with the need to social distance, I don't see how they can still go. Oh, that's interesting. There's an abandoned Walgreens right there. And that actually looks like it's from around when Maytag went town. And that's kind of the thing. You don't see a lot of abandoned buildings in this area. You know, that's one of the few. And, you know, there are some downtown, but every downtown has, you know, empty storefronts. That's just, it's not really even abandoned. You know, somebody will decide they want to open a new business and, you know, put in there. I think this guy's going to go straight. Let's see. Yep, he's going straight in the left lane. Nice. Oh, a lot of people did. Okay. So we're getting on the edge of Newton, getting into a little bit more of an industrial area. Oh my goodness, there's a giant truck up here that's going to try to back up in front of us, block traffic. Yeah. The gyms are also back open because there's a bunch of signs. Those little signs right there are all for joining the gym, which I also have no interest in going to a gym. I feel like I didn't really like gyms to begin with because of the, you know, I like working out, but I don't like working out with a bunch of other people around, especially if those people are, and not all people go to gyms to just like look at other people, but a lot of people do, and I don't like that. the time I tried to get somebody to wipe down their the machine in the gym, and he got really upset with me. You know, was saying I didn't sweat. And I was like, well, it doesn't matter. You know, you're putting your skin on this rubber mat. Like nobody has to deal with that. I mean, I'm pretty religious about wiping equipment down. There's another reason I don't like the stupid gym. You know, it's just annoying. So out here, we're actually getting. I think this is the turnoff for cheese. Maybe not. No, it's not. But so it is over there, over to the left, somewhere. And there's a US 6 sign as we leave town. But somewhere over to the left is the Maytag Dairy, and this is actually not associated with the company who bought the Maytag name. They're allowed to use it because it's a different type of business. But Maytag, it's in Iowa, so they kept cows. They had farmland. That was actually what the Maytags originally did. They came out. They were farmers, but they also were inventors. And so over time they stopped. Yeah, they kept the farmland. Mostly stopped farming themselves. But they have a dairy, and Maytag put in some whatever it is. I think George Maytag is his name. Put in some caves on the farmland and found a culture for a blue cheese, and it's called Maytag Blue. It's, I think, one of the best domestic blue cheeses you can buy. It's really, really good. I used to get it. You see it more in the Midwest than you do in other places. And here in the Midwest, it's not nearly as expensive as it is in like California or the East Coast. But it's a really good blue cheese, and they have a little visitor center there. It's weird though. You go in and they have a little counter where they sell things, and they kind of have a couple of exhibits, but it's not staffed. It's inside their office building, so the secretary has to come over and sell you the items and tell you the story and stuff like that. So it's kind of weird because you gotta take this woman away from whatever job she was doing. My Bluetooth has the song that's just throwing me the statue. It's got the track right, but the artist is the Strokes. Somehow it must have gotten confused on the tag. I don't know. Oh, you know why it is? I wonder if it's because it's not actually pulling the MP3 information, it's pulling the song. Because Strokes have a song called Take It or Leave It, I think. So, it's obviously more popular. It was one of those songs, it's copyrighted, but the band broke up a long time ago, so I think they would actually appreciate me, at least to some extent, using their song, because, it gives them some exposure from an album a long time ago. I've seen these guys 4 times, and it's always been really strange shows where I feel like they're just they're not playing for fans, they're just kind of playing to get their name out there. I saw them play they're from Seattle, and I saw them play in Seattle, and it was at this festival though, so people weren't really there to see them. They were there kind of checking out all different bands, and I was up front for the show, and this girl after the show was like, "Where are you from?" And the guy's like, "We're from here." And I think the girl was a little embarrassed that she didn't know who this band from her town was. And then I saw them at this really strange show in Santa Fe, New Mexico. There used to be a college there, like a kind of a liberal arts